I welcome you all to today's lesson. So in this lesson, we'll go further and look at application of integration. We are going to do this with exam practice questions. We are going to go through exam questions. So this is falling under calculus, application of integration. So I want your total attention even as we look at application of integration. So we've got the first question here, which is saying find y given that dy dx is equal to 2x minus 3 and that y is equal to negative 7, and when x is equal to 1, this is what we are given. So what you are told here, the question is saying find y. This y which you are told, they are telling you to find the original equation. This is what you are told. So what are you given? You are given that dy dx is equal to 2x minus 3. This is what you are given. So now, then you are told to find, what you need to do is this. You are given that dy dx is equal to 2x minus 3. This is what you are given. And in this question, you are told to find y. You are told to find the original equation. So this thing which we are given, it is called a gradient function. This is called a gradient what? A gradient function. This is a gradient function. So we are given the gradient function, then we want to find the original equation. How can you find the original equation? So what you need to do is to integrate this. You need to do what? You need to integrate. So how do we integrate? So we integrate by using the formula. We say y is equal to ax the power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus what? Plus c. This is the formula that we use when we want to integrate. So now I'm going to say y is equal to, you know that your a is your what? Your a is your coefficient. We've got x is the variable. N there, it is the what? It is the power. Which means that you get this one, the coefficient there, you just say 2x, the power is 1. You say plus 1. This is what you're going to do. Then you say over, the power comes down 1 plus 1. This is what you are going to do. Then you say minus, this one continues. So whenever you see a constant number, the way it is a 3, so it is just the same as 3x to the power what? 0. Because you know that any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So it is that one, it's just the same as 3x power 0. So we say plus 1. Down here we say 0 plus 1. The power comes down. Then I say plus what? Plus c. This is what I need to do. After reaching here now, the next thing that I need to do, I just say y is equal to, so y will be equal to what? Here I'm going to have what? I'm going to have a 2. It is going to be 2x squared over 2 minus, here I'm going to have 3x power 1 over 1 plus c. This is what I'm going to have. So with this now, I simplify. I say it is y is equal to, these two are going to be cancelled. I'm going to win with x squared minus 3x1, even if I don't show it, plus what? Plus c. This is the equation which are formed. Now, I was told to find the equation, but here there is this c. So I need to find the value of what? The value of c. That's the reason why I was given these values. That's the reason why I was given this one and that one. So these two are going to help me find the value of c. So what I'm going to do is that I will get this one which I found. Then where there is x, there I'm told that y is what? Y is equal to negative 4. when x is equal to what? 1. This is what I'm given. So where there is y, I put -4. Where there is x, I put 1. So -4 is equal to. Where there is x, I put 1. So 1 squared minus what? 3, then a 1 there. Then I say plus what? Plus c. This is what I'm going to do. So with this, now I continue and I say -4 is equal to. So -4 is equal to what? What is 1 squared? It is 1. Minus 3 times 1, it is 3. Then I say plus what? Plus c. This is the same as -4 is equal to 1 minus 3, -2, plus c. You group like terms. How do we group like terms? This -2 go to the other side. I'm going to have -4 plus 2, which is equal to what? Equal to c. Which means that my c is what? My c is equal to, what is -4 plus 2? It is -2. So my c is what? My c is 2. I found the value of c. Which means that on this equation, the equation which is here, I know the value of c. So I just do what? I just replace, where I'm going to say, therefore, y is equal to x squared minus 3x. Then there is a c. I won't put this c. I know c is -2. So I say minus 2. This is the what? This is the equation. You found the value of y. So this is what you need to do. These are procedures you need to follow. So you've answered this one. Let us see now how we can answer the second question. This is the second question. This is our second question. So how is the question saying? The question is saying the gradient of the tangent at the point on a curve is given by x squared plus x minus 2. Find the equation of the curve if it passes through 2, 1. This is how the question is. So how can we answer this question? How can we answer this? How can we answer this one? So what you are going to do for you to answer this one, this is what we are going to do. So these are procedures we are going to follow. So you are given that, this is what you are given, the gradient of the tangent. So the gradient of the tangent at the point on a curve. So the gradient of the tangent meaning it is dy dx, which is equal to what? Equal to that one which is there, which is x squared plus x minus 2. This is what we are given. So after you reach here now, what you need to do, same procedures. So this question and the first one, they are just the same. So what do? You integrate. You are taught to find its equation. You are taught to find the original equation. So this is what you need to do. If you are taught to find the original equation, these are procedures that we need to follow. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to integrate this. You know that whenever you want to integrate, there are certain steps that we follow. We say y is equal to ax n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. This is what you are going to do. So these are procedures you are going to take. Where you start now, you know that this one will be y is equal to now. Then you just follow the way they are. Then you just be changing the power. Then you divide by the power. So you say that is x. 2 plus 1. Have you seen? Then over what? 2 plus 1. You continue plus x. 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. You say minus. This is the same as what? 2x raised to the power 0. You say plus 1 over what? 0 plus 1. then don't forget to put a plus C there. This is what you are going to do. Have you seen the way I've done? This is how you need to do. These are procedures you need to follow. These are procedures that you need to get. So after I do this, then I evaluate now, where I'm going to say this will be now equal to y is equal to what? That one will be x power 3 over what? Over 3. This is what I'm going to have. Plus what? X squared over 2. This is what I'm going to do. Minus, there I'm going to have 2x. Have you seen? Here it is a 1, even 1 there. So 1 doesn't matter. Then I say plus. Plus what? Plus C. So this is the equation which I formed. So these two cannot cancel out. So these are mistakes that we get to make. So whenever you cancel out these, so when you cancel out these, then everything will be wrong. So these are mistakes that we get to make in an exam. So let's make sure that we avoid these mistakes. Let's make sure that we get rid of these mistakes. So this is x cubed over 3 plus x squared over 2 minus 2x plus 3. So now you were given a coordinate which is 2, 1. This is a coordinate which you were given. So this is a coordinate which we were given. So now you know that this is the value for x, this is the value for y. You replace these in this equation. Where there is y, you put what? Where there is y, what are you going to put? Where there is y, you put 1. So this is what you are going to do. You are going to say 1 is equal to, where there is x, you put 2. So you say this is 2 to the power 3 over 3. Plus, this is what? This is 2 to the power 2 over 2. Minus, this is 2 multiplied by 2. Then you say plus. Plus what? Plus C. This is what you are going to do. So after you reach here, you know that your main aim, why are you doing all this? So that you find the value of what? C. That's the main reason why we are doing this. We find the value of C. We want to find the value of C. This is why we are doing this. Then I say this is equal to 1 is equal to, what is 2 to the power 3? It is 8. 8 over what? 8 over 3. Plus, this is what? 2 to the power 2, 4. 4 divided by 2, it is 2. This is what you are going to do. Minus, what is 2 times 2? 4. Plus what? Plus C. This is what you are going to do. So from here now, what is the next thing here? What are you going to do next? This is what you are going to do. You are going to say this is equal to what? Here you are going to get what? You are going to say 1 is equal to 8 over 3. 2 minus 4, it is negative 2. Then you say plus what? Plus C. You are going to get this part. You get this part. You simplify this part. So I'm going to write it here. This is what? That is 8 over 3 minus 2. So over 1. Then you do this. What is the common denominator there? 3. 3 into 3, 1. Times 8, 8. Minus this into that. It is what? 3. 3 times 2, 6. So the answer there, it is what? 2 over 3. 8 minus 6 is 2. So 2 over what? 2 over 3. This is what we are going to do. So this one is 2 over 3. So it is just the same as 1 is equal to 2 over 3 plus what? Plus what? Plus the C that is there. Then this one comes this side. So it means 1 minus 2 over 3 is equal to C. So you evaluate this part. This is 1 minus 2 over 3. common denominator 3. You put a 1 there. 1 into 3, 3. 3 times 1, it is 3. Minus this into this. 3 into 3, 1. 1 times 2, it is 2. So it is what? 1 over 3. That is 1 over 3. So which means that C is now equal to what? 1 over 3. So that is your what? That is your C. That's how you need to find C. That's how you've calculated C. Then you check the equation here. Have you seen this equation? This is the equation here. This is the equation. So where there is the C there, that's where you are going to put what? That's where you are going to put the value that you found, 1 over 3. So you are going to say, therefore, the equation is what? Therefore, the equation is, this is the equation. So the equation is y is equal to x cubed over 3, the answers that we found, over 3, plus x squared over 2 minus 2x plus what? Plus C is what? 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3. So 1 over 3. 1 over 3. This is your equation. This is how you need to answer that one. So this is the what? The equation of that. So that is the equation. That one, you need to make sure that you get it. That is your what? Your equation. So that's how you need to answer it. So now let us now go through certain questions, how questions will come in your exams. We go further and look at some questions now. So we look at some questions. Let us look at some questions, how we can go about them, how we can answer them. So look at this past paper question. This is a past paper question. If you check 2016 specimen, you are going to find it. Mathematics paper 2 ECZ. So how can we answer this one? The question is saying, this is the first one. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve. We are told to find the equation of the tangent to this curve. So this is just part A of this question. I believe we are all familiar with this. We are able to answer this one. We are all familiar with that. So find the equation of the tangent to the curve y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3 at the point 3, 0. This is what we are given. So how do you go about this? You say this is what you are going to say. You are given y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. That's what you are given. So what's the first thing? You differentiate. So we need to differentiate. We are going to say dy dx is equal to, you know the formula that we get to use, which is NAX, where we say we multiply the power times the coefficient. 2 times 1, it is 2x, then 2, you say minus 1. You continue minus, here the coefficient is 1. So 1 times 2, it is 2, x maintains 1 minus 1. Under differentiation, we don't differentiate constant numbers. So you cannot differentiate a constant number, this one. You just leave it the way it is, just like that. Then you are going to continue and say, this is dy dx is equal to. So this is 2x. Have you seen? I'm going to have 1 there. Minus what? Minus 2. Hope no one is confused here. You know that you are going to have 2x to the power 0. Then you know that when x is equal to x power 0 is equal to 1. So in this case, this is just the same as 2x power 0 is equal to 2. You just have a 2. So that's how you need to know that one. That's how you need to go about this one. So these are things that you need to know. These are things that you need to get. This is how we found this answer. So this thing now here, it is called a gradient function. This is a gradient function. We call this as a gradient function. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to say this is now m is equal to what? 2x minus 2. This is what I'm given. So how do I go about this one? I'm given a coordinate. A coordinate is what? 3, 0. That's a coordinate which I'm given. So with this coordinate, I know that this is x, this is y. This is what I'm given. So how do I go about this one? I replace. Where there is x, I put 3. Where there is y, I put a 0. This is what I will do. So I say gradient now is equal to. So here, as you can see, there is no y. So y won't be used. You just go with this one, x, which is 3. So gradient is equal to 2 multiplied by x, 3, minus y, 2. I mean, minus a 2 here. This is not y. This is just a 2, like that. Where I say gradient is equal to this times that is 6 minus 2. Then your answer will be what? 4. So 4 is your what? 4 is your gradient. So once you find your gradient, finding the equation of the tangent is very simple. You are just going to write this equation, y minus y1, which is equal to mx minus x1. This is what you are going to do. Then you replace in your what? Then you are going to replace this data here. This one will become x1. This is y1. So you now replace here. So this one and that one, these are constant. These two are constants. So we are going to have y minus, what is your y1? y1 is 0, which is equal to, what is your gradient? 4. Open bracket, x minus, what is your x1? Your x1 is 3. This is what you're going to do. What is y minus 0? It is y, which is equal to, what is 4 times x? We are going to have 4x minus, what is 4 times 3? It is 12. So this is what? The equation of the tangent. You've calculated the equation of the tangent. You just say, therefore, equation of the tangent. So equation of the tangent at the point. So equation of the tangent at the point. Which point? 3, 0 is y is equal to 4x minus 12, like that. So that's what we are given. That's what you need to know and understand. So these are parts that you need to get. These are parts that you need to understand. Hope everyone is clear about this. We covered this part. So this is just a revision. These are revisions to some of you. We covered this. You are able to do this. You are able to go about all these parts that I'm illustrating here. So this is what you need to do. This is what you need to understand. Hope you've got no question on this. I'm slow as I can so that everyone can try to understand everything that I'm saying. Let us look at another question. Let us look at another question now, which is under what we are doing, which is the application of integration. So this is the last question. This is the question we are having. So what's the question? This is the question. Okay, this is the question which is here. So this is the question. It is saying a curve is such that dy dx is equal to 5x squared minus 12x. This is what we are having. This is what we are given. The question is saying, given that it passes through 1, 3, find its equation. So we want to find its equation. So I believe I've covered this part. You are able to you are able to answer this question. So now, I would advise you to pause this video, then see how you are going to come up with your answer. Pause this video, then confirm with me the answer that you're going to find. I'm going to answer this, so pause this, answer it, then confirm with your answer if you've understood or not. I'm also going to upload some questions in the group which we are going to practice. So this is your self-test. You're just testing yourself if you've understood or not before attempting an exercise. So pause this, answer it, and confirm with me. So what you need to do on this one, the first thing, you are given that it is given that dy dx we are given. So we are given the dy dx we are given, which is equal to what? 15x squared minus 12x. This is what we are given. So what's the first thing here? What are we supposed to do here? The first thing, what's the first thing needs to be done? So what you need to do here is this. This is what we need to do. So what we need to do is to do what? Is to integrate this. You are going to integrate this. This is what you are going to do. You are going to do what? You are going to integrate this. We are going to integrate. How do we integrate? We say y is equal to, this is the formula, ax n plus 1 over n plus 1, then plus what? Plus c. This is the formula that we get to use. This is a. Where I'm going to say y is equal to, so I'm going to say y is equal to the coefficient here. This is 15x 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1. Then minus, this is 12x. So 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Plus what? Plus c. This is what I would do. So this now, I say this is equal to now 15x cubed over 3 minus what? 12x squared over 2. This is what I'm going to have. Then I will say plus what? Plus c. So with this now, I will continue and say y is equal to 3 into 15. It is 5. So I'll say 5x cubed minus this into that, it is 6x squared plus what? Plus c. This is what I will do. So this is what you need to do. So you've come up with this equation. So now, since you are not told to find this one, you find the value of what? You find the value of c. The value of c. You find the value of what? The value of c. You need to find the value of c. So how do you get to find the value of c? How do you get to find the value of c? This is what you need to do now. This is what we are going to do. So we were given a coordinate that 1, what? 1, 3. This is a coordinate which we were given. This is a coordinate we are given. So now you know that this is the value of x. This is the value of what? The value of y. So what are we supposed to do here? What are we supposed to do? You replace. So we are going to say x1, y is 3. So you put a 3 there, which is equal to y is what? 3. x1. 5 1 cubed minus 6 1 squared plus what? Plus c. This is what you are going to do. Where you say 3 is equal to, this is 1. What is 1 cubed? It is 1 times 5, 5 minus, what is this? 1 squared, 1 times 6, 6 plus what? Plus c. This is what you would do. So here you say 3 is equal to, what is 5 minus 6? Negative 1 plus what? Plus c. When you reach here, you group like terms. You need to group the like terms. So it is 3. This one goes there plus 1, which is equal to c. Then you just say, therefore, c is equal to what? 4. Your c is what? Your c is 4. Then you go back here. Have you seen here? You go back there. Your c is what? 4. So what you're going to do is that you're just going to say, therefore, its equation, so you're going to say that its equation is y is equal to, follow that, then I just put a 4 where there is c. 5x cubed minus 6x squared plus c, no, 4. Put 4, you know the value of c. So this is your answer. This is how you need to answer that. So these are procedures you need to get. Have you seen the way I've done this? This is how you need to do it. This is how you need to answer. So I hope this is the answer that you found. This is the answer that you got also. So let me now give you just a question. I see if we are able to go through this, if we are able to answer questions on this, if we are able to practice through this. Let me give you just a question. I see how many people are able to answer, how many people have understood this. I believe this is simple. We are able to go through this. So it comes on a compulsory part where you are taught to answer everything. So you need to make sure that you know this, you understand this. Thank you so much. Let me upload the exercise.